Hold on to your hats, folks. This ain't your typical meet cute. From the get-go, Amy and Nick are dancing a dangerous tango, flirtatious, with a bite that could leave you bruised. That villainous chin comment. It's a whisper of the darkness brewing beneath the surface. Margot ain't sugarcoating it, something's gone rotten in paradise. This couple used to be inseparable, locked in a battle of wits and affection. Now, there's a crack in the armor, a bitterness that threatens to tear Em apart. Amy ain't just dreaming big, she's pushing Nick towards his destiny, or maybe crushing him under her ambition. That notebook, a symbol of hope, or maybe a cage. These anniversary gifts ain't just presents, they're clues in a twisted game. Amy's orchestrating every detail, leaving a trail of symbolism and control. And now, the stakes are higher than ever with that ominous wood gift looming. That sigh from Nick. It ain't just wariness, it's fear gnawing at his gut. Eam, he whispers, his voice taut with anticipation. Something's coming, and it ain't gonna be pretty. Like a wolf sniffing out prey, Detective Bunny sets his sights on Nick's humble abode. Officer Gilpin follows close behind, their presence casting an ominous shadow over the house as the official hunt for Amy begins. Nick gazes upon the remnants of Amy's fabricated success, a flicker of uncertainty in his eyes. Is he truly oblivious to the darkness swirling beneath the surface? Detective Bunny's probing question hangs heavy in the air, a harbinger of trouble to come. Amy's voice cracks with bitter jealousy, revealing the fractured soul beneath the dazzling facade. Her own words paint a portrait of obsession and resentment, foreshadowing a descent into madness. The journalists circle their prey, their relentless questioning chipping away at Amy's carefully constructed illusion. The truth is a fragile thing, and the pressure mounts as she struggles to maintain control. The detective's nonchalant remark about a press conference masks a growing sense of urgency. Nick's flippant response betrays his naivete, unaware that the wheels of justice are already turning. These words, like a whisper in a darkened alley, foreshadow Amy's complex nature. Nick's portrayal paints her as an enigma, a fortress of independence that threatens to shatter his carefully constructed world. Detective Bunny's words cut through Nick's facade like a blade. His inability to answer these basic questions casts a long shadow of doubt, hinting at a web of secrets that threatens to engulf him. The flippant response to such a seemingly trivial detail reveals a chilling disconnect. Nick, the husband, is lost in his own darkness, blind to the very essence of the woman he claims to love. This eruption from Nick's father, a venomous spitfire in the midst of a tense family storm, lays bare the festering wounds within their home. A past fraught with conflict threatens to pull them all down into the abyss. Silence. The chilling emptiness of the voicemail echoes Nick's growing despair. His desperate attempt to connect with his wife only serves to amplify the mounting dread, a palpable sense that something is terribly wrong. A reckless disregard for the gravity of the situation hangs thick in the air. Nick, blinded by naivete, throws caution to the wind, trusting blindly in the system while ignoring the very real dangers that lurk beneath the surface. Sisterly tension crackles like a live wire. Margot's sharp retort cuts deep, her words laced with suspicion and doubt, hinting at secrets buried beneath the surface that even Nick himself may not comprehend. The investigation gathers momentum, a relentless pursuit at truth fueled by the detective's insatiable curiosity. Noel, Amy's confidant, emerges as a crucial player, holding the key to unlocking the mystery's darkest secrets. A whisper of revelation cuts through the dense fog of uncertainty. The discovery of one-mentionables, a tantalizing clue, promises to unravel the threads of this chilling case and expose its hidden depths. A sinister undercurrent of danger begins to seep into the narrative. Amy's past relationships with men like Desi Collins and Tommy O'Hara cast a long shadow over the investigation, hinting at a web of deceit and potential violence. This line from Amy's clue slices through the tension, revealing a chilling glimpse into her twisted mind. A love of games and puzzles? Or is it a meticulously crafted mask to hide something darker? A seductive whisper laced with danger. This clue sets a trap, plunging Nick into a labyrinth of deceit. The little brown house, a beacon of mystery and dread, his sanctuary shattered by her presence. The air crackles with suspicion as the confrontation boils over. A marriage on the brink, teetering towards a precipice of violence. A chilling confession ripped from the shadows. Her words drip with venom, painting a portrait of obsession and depravity. The goodies for anniversary 5, a sinister clue to a dark secret buried deep within their twisted union. The facade crumbles, exposing raw wounds of betrayal and mistrust. Their words like knives, dissecting their crumbling love. The prenup, a testament to their fractured foundation. This casual dismissal of Amy's closest confidant hangs in the air like a shroud, casting a pall over Nick's supposed intimacy with his wife. Could this be the chilling whisper of a truth buried deep beneath layers of deceit? The investigator, a stone-faced harbinger of trouble, throws a verbal grenade into the room. His disregard for Nick's pleas is a chilling prelude to a confrontation that could unravel everything. Marybeth's blunt words cut through the manufactured calm, revealing the stench of desperation clinging to this desperate search for truth. Is Nick sinking into a spiral of despair, or is there something more sinister at play? The unseen voice sears through the facade with a venomous barb, painting Nick as a cold and unfeeling man. Can anyone pierce through this carefully constructed mask to see the truth behind those hollow eyes? Nick's words are a desperate plea for understanding, a yearning for normalcy amidst the storm of accusations. But is this genuine anguish or a carefully crafted performance to mask the weight of his guilt? This tense exchange between Nick and Andy reveals the razor-thin edge their affair walks on. Andy tries to play it cool, but her obsession with those red panties screams insecurity, a hunger for control that could shatter everything. Andy's voice cracks with urgency. The stakes are sky high now, the game they're playing a dangerous one. A final meeting shrouded in shadows, with an end point looming until it's safe. This isn't just about stolen moments anymore, this is survival. Emmy's outburst explodes like a grenade in the suffocating silence of their marriage. Fear bleeds through her words, a desperate need for control. A chilling command echoes, a warning shot fired across the bow of their shattered union. This isn't a fight, it's a war erupting in their living room. Nick, branded a coward by Amy's fury, reveals the toxic immaturity festering within him. Her desperate plea for change rings hollow, they're teetering on the brink of oblivion. Emmy's words pierce the darkness, revealing the true horror lurking beneath the surface. It's not the physical blows that terrorize her, it's the insatiable hunger in his eyes, a chilling promise of violence yet to come. Margot unleashes a torrent of fury, her words searing the air like gunfire. Nick's web of deceit is exposed, leaving him reeling in the wreckage of their shattered trust. This ain't no lover's spat, folks, it's a powder keg about to explode. Nick spins a tale of torment, painting Amy as a viper who coiled around his soul. Is he spinning a yarn to manipulate Margot? Or is there truth hidden beneath these venomous words? One thing's for sure, this ain't no simple love story, there's darkness lurking in the shadows. Tanner Bolt throws down a gauntlet, challenging the armchair critics who judge grief. Is Nick hiding his pain? Or is there more to this story than meets the eye? This ain't about tears, folks, it's about survival. Ellen drops a truth bomb, exposing the power of imagery in shaping perception. The game's changed, and Nick's caught in the crosshairs. This ain't just about words anymore, it's about what's seen, what's believed. A chilling question hangs in the air, casting shadows of doubt over Amy's disappearance. Something ain't right here, folks. This ain't just about Nick anymore, it's about a deeper mystery waiting to be unraveled. A bold proclamation, this from Nick at his press conference, painting himself as a man with nothing to conceal. But the twitch in his eye, the almost frantic insistence on not behaving for the cameras. There's the smoke and mirrors beginning. And just like that, Noel Hawthorne throws a grenade into this already tense situation. The whispers start, doubts bloom, could Nick be hiding something far more sinister than anyone imagined? Detective Bunny speaks with chilling certainty. The air thickens with suspicion. This ain't just a missing person case anymore, folks, it's a hunting ground. The financial web tightens around Nick. A mountain of debt, a trail of frivolous purchases. Could this be the desperate act of a man pushed to his limit? He crumbles under the pressure, stammering like a cornered animal. His words ring hollow, bouncing off the walls of his mounting deceit. A carefully constructed facade begins to crack under pressure. Amy's yearning for children, buried beneath layers of pretense, casts a shadow over her true intentions. A storm brews between Nick and Amy. Her icy hesitation ignites the first embers of conflict, setting the stage for a treacherous game of manipulation. Desi's name sears into the film's narrative like a brand. A chilling spectre from Amy's past emerges, hinting at secrets that could unravel Nick's world. Nick teeters on the precipice of madness. Dots gnaw at his soul as suspicion casts a long shadow over their fractured love, a descent into chaos. A venomous confession drips from Amy's lips. Her words, laced with malice, pierce the veil of normalcy, revealing a heart consumed by darkness and a thirst for revenge. This ain't no fairy tale romance, folks. This chilling portrait unveils Amy's venomous grip on Nick, a calculated puppet master pulling strings with the promise of pleasure and obedience. The stage is set for a deadly dance, fueled by manipulation and societal expectations twisted into a weapon. Amy believes she's the architect of their happiness, molding Nick into her vision, a puppet dancing to her tune. Their two souls caught in a web of delusion, willingly embracing this chariot of perfection, oblivious to the darkness brewing beneath the surface. A slow burn into rage, Amy's world is crumbling. Betrayal simmers within her as Nick sheds his carefully crafted persona. This ain't just heartbreak, it's a fuel-injected engine revving up towards vengeance, a plan hatched in the fire of abandonment. Amy's not playing games anymore. This twisted treasure hunt is a chilling prelude to a symphony of destruction. She holds all the cards, orchestrating events with a sinister grace, framing Nick for his own demise. Nick realizes the depths of Amy's game. She saw every move coming. He's a pawn in her deadly game, his actions carefully orchestrated to fuel her twisted masterpiece. The realization hits him like a ton of bricks. He walked straight into the abyss. The sugary air crackles with tension as Amy and Nick's paths collide. Their first meeting is more than just chance. A whirlwind of desire ignites between them, leaving an intoxicating taste that foreshadows a relationship destined for chaos. A chilling revelation hangs heavy in the air. Greta's words, spoken with icy conviction, expose a sinister pattern. Nick's actions are not isolated incidents. A web of deceit and manipulation unravels, casting doubt on his every move. Tanner Bolt utters these words, a somber prophecy hanging in the courtroom. Amy's narrative, meticulously crafted, weaves a spellbinding tale that paints Nick as the villain. The jury hangs on her every word, their perception of truth shifting with each carefully placed syllable. The battle lines are drawn. Tanner Bolt, recognizing the gravity of the situation, calls for reinforcements, voices to shatter Amy's illusion and expose her machinations. The search begins for those who have witnessed the true nature of her deception. Tommy O'Hara's voice cracks under the weight of his experience. His words, a desperate plea for freedom from Amy's suffocating grip, reveal a pattern of manipulation that could prove pivotal in Nick's defense. Hawthorne's words, echoing across national television, drop a bombshell. A simmering storm of violence hangs over Nick, casting him in the shadows as a prime suspect in Amy's vanishing act. The casual dismissal of Nick's alleged fury by Greta and Ellen, a chilling acceptance that women face consequences for speaking out against abusers. A twisted normalcy that threatens to swallow Amy whole. Collins' seemingly innocuous question about Nick's past with Amy unleashes a viper. Hints of unfinished biss and buried resentment slither into the narrative, painting a picture of danger. Collins' grim recitation unravels the tormented soul of Nick, a predator consumed by obsession and rage, lurking beneath the surface, ready to strike. Rhonda reads from Amy's diary, her words echoing with dread. A chilling premonition that hangs heavy in the air, a stark warning of imminent danger, a life hanging by a thread. A fiery attempt at concealment gone awry. This clumsy blunder by Nick doesn't just raise eyebrows, it screams of guilt and sets off a ticking clock as those pursuing justice close in on his trail. Margot's words hang in the air, thick with implication. The game has changed. Amy wasn't just a victim, she was playing her own deadly hand, manipulating Nick from the shadows like a puppet master. A chilling confession lays bare the depths of Amy's twisted revenge. The line between victim and villain blurs as Nick's world crumbles under the weight of his infidelity and her cunning scheme. Caught in a viper's nest of their own making, Nick and Margot grapple with impossible choices. The revelation of Andy's entanglement plunges them into a maelstrom of deceit and danger, forcing them to weigh loyalty against the consequences. The spotlight intensifies as the media descends upon Nick, their hungry eyes amplifying the pressure on him. Tanner's reckless proposition casts a long shadow, promising a storm of consequences yet to unfold. This confession, broadcast for the world to see, is a calculated move. Amy's team knows the power of vulnerability, using Nick's perceived flaws to build a foundation of sympathy and cast doubt upon his every word. The air crackles with tension. Sharon Schreiber isn't just a talk show host, she's a force of nature. Her platform is a weapon, and Amy's team knows it, aiming to turn her spotlight into Nick's crucible. A cold whisper cuts through the silence, revealing the true heart of darkness. Greta is merely a pawn, manipulated by Amy's chilling words. The plot thickens, and violence simmers just beneath the surface. The line between sanity and madness blurs. Gummy bears become instruments of psychological torture, highlighting Amy's calculated cruelty. Nick is trapped in a nightmare, his every move scrutinized, his composure threatened. Tears flow, but are they genuine? A sob story weaves a powerful narrative designed to sway hearts and minds. Amy's confession is a masterclass in deception, leaving the audience questioning everything. The woman known as Andy Fitzgerald throws a grenade into the heart of this story. She accuses Nick, painting him as a viper in their shared past. This isn't just some petty squabble. Infidelity rears its ugly head, casting doubt on Nick and threatening to unravel his entire world. Andy's words drip with raw emotion, a tangled web of love and betrayal. She claims their connection was genuine, yet her accusations are laced with venom. She says Nick wouldn't kill, but does she truly know? This doubt, this poisoned seed of uncertainty, begins to fester. The parents' faith has crumbled like dry leaves before a storm. They once believed in Nick's innocence, but now see him as the architect of their nightmare. Their conviction is unshakable. Nick is a monster who snatched away their child. Behind the scenes, the puppet masters are pulling strings. Nick is being carefully molded for public consumption, his image meticulously crafted to control the narrative. This isn't just survival, it's a brutal game of perception. A chilling confession is uttered in the darkness. The captor claims to understand Amy's pain, yet simultaneously denies Nick's potential for abuse. This twisted logic sets the stage for a game of psychological warfare. Nick's confession explodes like a grenade in the tense atmosphere, shattering the image of grief and replacing it with the chilling possibility of deceit. His admission, dripping with shame, sets off a wildfire of suspicion, leaving audiences to question everything they thought they knew about this troubled husband. A tremor runs through Nick as he lays bare his soul, admitting his failings like a condemned man confessing his sins. He throws down the gauntlet, branding himself a flawed man, but one grappling with the weight of his actions. Is this genuine remorse or a carefully crafted performance designed to manipulate those around him? Nick's plea for Amy echoes across a chasm of doubt, his words hanging heavy in the air like a desperate prayer. Is this a genuine expression of love or a calculated maneuver designed to sway public opinion and possibly influence Amy herself? This televised drama plays on our emotions, leaving us questioning the truth behind Nick's every utterance. A chilling realization dawns on Nick as he witnesses the power of perception shift like a tidal wave. He has expertly played his role, manipulating public opinion and turning adoration into obsession. But can this carefully constructed facade withstand the scrutiny of truth? Nick's words hang in the air like a loaded gun, a bold declaration that sets the stage for a battle of narratives. Is he truly embracing transparency or using it as a shield to deflect suspicion and mislead investigators? This calculated maneuver throws another wrench into the tangled web of deceit, leaving us on the edge of our seats. A chilling whisper from Amy's journal. This line hangs heavy in the air, a harbinger of doom. It plants a seed of suspicion, a question mark looming over Nick, and paints a dark picture of his wife's fate. This revelation, coupled with the sinister whispers of the Fireplace Club, casts a long shadow of doubt upon him. Detective Bunny's words hit Nick like a sledgehammer, shattering his carefully constructed alibi. The truth is laid bare, exposed in the cold light of day. This isn't just suspicion anymore, it's a full-blown accusation, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats, waiting for the storm to break. The air thickens with tension as the officer's words ring out, a death knell for Nick's facade. This isn't just a case anymore, it's a blood feud. A battle between innocence and guilt played out on the grand stage of justice. Desi's cutting words pierce the veil, revealing Amy's yearning for intellectual connection, a stark contrast to Nick's shallow pursuits. It's a clash of worlds, a battle of minds and desires that sets the stage for a deadly obsession. A web of manipulation woven by Desi, his words are laced with honeyed promises, a seductive escape to Greece, a shared dream twisted into a trap. This is the prelude to Amy's downfall, a sinister lullaby sung by a man consumed by desire. A chilling confession explodes into the narrative. Amy lays bare a brutal truth: Nick, unwittingly or not, handed the weapon of death into the hands of his killer. The very ground beneath Nick's innocence begins to crack and crumble. A torrent of horror washes over the courtroom. Amy's words, raw and unfiltered, paint a picture of brutal torment. A monster is unveiled, and the audience reels from the sheer brutality laid bare. A veil of deception begins to lift. Amy admits their failings, but her declaration of love adds another layer to this complex web of deceit. Are these confessions genuine, or is she playing a more insidious game? Amy's manipulation is laid bare like a meticulously crafted trap. Her words reveal a cold, calculating mind. She built her fantasy of Nick, ignoring reality to fuel her own desires. Her control over the narrative tightens its grip. A seismic shift rocks the foundation of this case. Nick's confession exposes a chilling truth. Amy, driven by her own darkness, coldly planned and executed Desi's demise. A dangerous game has just escalated. Margot's words hang in the air like a guillotine blade, their sharp humor slicing through the pretense. This ain't love, folks, it's a train wreck in slow motion, destined to play out on the world's stage. Nick tries to spin a tale of redemption, but his slick smile hides a desperate attempt to salvage his public image. He's playing the game, folks, and the only prize he cares about is staying in the spotlight. Amy's voice drips with venom, a viper striking at Nick's core. Control is what she craves, and she'll claw her way to the top, leaving a trail of shattered trust in her wake. Nick's plea for solace cuts through the tension like a blade. His world is crumbling, and he clings to Margot as his only anchor in the storm. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.